Yo, what is going on, everybody? Bam here. Welcome to FGC University, and today we're going to be talking about Season 4. Obviously, with Season 4, the big character on everyone's list is Raven. Raven's a character that's so freaking fire. One of my favorite characters in the DC franchises, so I'm super excited for her in the Multiversus. Like, it's a good time, right? And she's super dope. We got some combo stuff on the way for her. I found some stuff that's kind of broken, so I'm kind of waiting to reveal that stuff and notifying the dev team. Hopefully that stuff can be kind of moved out, because she's got some things, man. She's got some things that are kind of dangerous, but I think all in all they did a really phenomenal job of balancing her. I think that's 2 in a row in terms of characters who feel fun and balanced, right, with Nubia and Raven. And if you're talking about fun, I would say 3 in a row with Powerpuff Girls. Powerpuff Girls definitely needed some more tweaking in terms of base knockback and knockback growth, which I'm glad that that's kind of being implemented there. I do hope they find a way to kind of give them a bit more, like, continue combo stuff and also just kind of be balanced out, but I need to dive into the character a bit more as well to check them out. So in the meantime, I've been doing a little video because I wanted to do a showcase on what characters have been getting from Season 4 and what they can do now. And there's one character that stood out to me and is actually got me pretty hyped, potentially more hyped than I am about Raven, because I think the new characters have been going in a good trajectory, but this is kind of heat. And I'm going to talk about my boy Finn. All right, so Finn, personally, I'm not a fan of this character in terms of like the show or anything. I don't give a damn. I'm going to keep it 1,000%. I don't like Adventure Time is not for my generation. I'm an unk, man. I'm old, man. So this wasn't really big, didn't really resonate with me. But I will say there's a lot of cool moves this character has. I think his fight style is pretty dope in the lens of a platform fighter. The problem has always been this character is just blowing people back to oblivion and just getting obscenely early kills. So anything that would feel cool is instead like, oh, well, I just got gooned and clowned again, right? I got cheesed again by this insane character. Until now. So I can only imagine that Gopo and, like, you know, the dev team and the rest of the QA team like really went super ham. Obviously Gopo used to be one of the I think it's Gopo, right? I'm always confused if it's Gopo or Chavo, who are the like top who was 1.8 top Finn main, right? But anyways, they definitely had their hands on this, because I feel like the way this character is built now in this game comes from an intuitive understanding of how this character operates and what is fun and what needs to be balanced. And this is what I want to see for the future of Multiversus. If you see more characters follow this trend, I think that the game's going to be in a good space. So what am I talking about? All right, so let's start off here. So first off, in this game, you have short hops now, right? Short hops and this insane fast fall. If you notice for this character, one of the things that's like really interesting about Finn in particular is he's one of the characters who has like some of the, feels like they make more sense in terms of how their aerials work, right? Like there's not much lag from when they land, so these aerials look like they're kind of closer to what you'd see typically in a platform fighter, especially the stair one, right? Very, very quick. You don't like float for too long. So this move is a lot better because of just the way of having a short hop. So you can actually approach with this tool, right? So that's one of the cool things that he's gotten. And it's like, what does that do? Well, you get this, right? So one of the cool things now is you have, obviously this is on, the bot is on DIOA. All the combos that you saw are on DIOA. So that would not kill usually at the time. It's something that you literally, you see the end part of the combo, you go ahead and DI for, you know, to save yourself, right? So they have, in most games, they have survival DI and combo DI. They tend to be opposite of each other. So let me just put that out here while we talk about this character, because a lot of people are gonna be like, oh my gosh, I just saw him kill at 50 so easily, it's so basic. That would not kill at 50. You could just DI survival DI there and you'd be okay, right? Combo DI is usually away from your opponent because you want to be as far as possible so it takes longer for them to get to you, and hopefully by that time you are out of hit stun, right? That's the whole point. That's why when you're testing combos, you usually want to start off with DI away, and then once you look at DI away, and combos are like kind of true there. That's a really good good foundation to sit on. Then you gotta test things like DI up, you know, certain things like that, because sometimes things just are, you can just go higher, right? And that's a way that you can get farther away, right? So things like that. But anyways, Finn has this Sarah now. I think it's a good approach tool. It's cool because it actually leads into side special, right? Side special is a lot better. This extra hit stun on Sarah also allows things for, like, you know, you're able to do this, right? Which at later percents you can get some things. I love the change they actually made with Nair. So Nair is not as strong of a tool anymore in terms of combos. Only at later percents will you actually see some extension from it, which is great because this move itself has been one that really allowed for a lot of the 0 to deaths and super early kills from Finn, because this move would just carry him across, right? So it still carries him and he's floating, right? And he gets stuff like that. But if you're trying to do that and then chase afterwards and then go for something, right, you're not going to be able to get it if they're DIing properly, which is really, really important for that character, right? Another thing too is you do get with, like, since you also have Sarah, they made it you can do Sarah, but you can't do Sarah in a dare, right? But, you know, you have certain sequences where you can go and do this, right, and combo from there, depending on the size of the character, right? And then combo, obviously saw it earlier on in the combos that showcased in the beginning, right? And he can get some good amount of damage from that. Also, the cool thing too is, you know, he's gonna get, depending on, so obviously this is a really good move, right? It's a really good tool. It like blows through a lot of things. One of the big things as well for Finn is not only just using that in neutral, because it's a very quick tool, but you use it in your combo game. So jab is not as good as it used to be, right? Which is great. It's this really short, it's a far shorter swing, and I think they switched it out because the second hit now is like the old jab, right? So I think they just switched them, which is great because that thrust went too far. So now he's like kind of weaker there in terms of neutral, but still good because he still gets to run. You see have the meter, so it tells you when it's about to be up. It's not as much, right? But you still get the, oh, I can go for a mix up real quick and then go in there. So that's really, really good for Finn, especially how these things have been operating, right? With characters just getting faster, right? So you can do that and then go, you know, go transition to things. So you can do this, right? And then you can chase from there, right? One of the good things too is you will be able to charge. So, right, there you go. So stuff like that is going to be important for the character, right, to know those timings. For this game, just to let those know, some people will be like, oh, well, the combo counter resets. FYI, one of the big things is, when you are looking at this game, you do not air dodge frame 1. There's a moment when you are out of hit stun, and if you buffer air dodge, you still have a couple frames in which you are vulnerable, right? I believe it's going to be 2 or 3 frames. So you will have things that will combo there because you cannot escape, but the combo counter will reset, right? But something really big to think about all the time. And another thing too is, again, this character is now really big on DI, like we talked about. DI is going to be huge, right? You're going to see certain things that are killed from the side really early now, and people are going to be scared. He doesn't really have those things anymore, super early percents. Mid percents, he gets some of those things, but a lot of those things are just simply DI, right? You have two things. You use combo DI and survival DI. Usually survival DI is when you're going to hold up and in, right? Or down and in, right? Depending. And then you're going to have things like combo DI, right? And combo DI is when you're trying to get as far away from someone so they can't actually link another hit, right? So usually combo DI is going to be away from your opponent, right? So that's why you should always be testing combos on DI away in the training mode. But if you see some things kill really, really early in training mode, also recognize that the CPU, if they're doing it correctly, is probably DIing really out, which means they're just flying to these blast zones that they normally wouldn't if someone doesn't press a button, or if they press and do correct DI, right? So a really big thing there for Finn. But now he has these a lot of things is great because you have this Nair, you have this too. Even just in general, like you'll get some basic stuff here from the start with that hitbox. But if you like, so you can get the close stuff for mix-ups. But if you're trying to do some of these like extensions, right? You can see right there, it's going to be a little bit harder to really get anything from there, even though you can, right? So those are the kind of things that make it great because he has a harder combo game. He still has a combo game. He says some really good extensions. He has less ability to corner carry you at early percents, but still has ability to corner carry and do a lot of great stuff, right? So shout outs to Finn on that. Doing it where you actually hit this really early, but you use it to propel you forward, right? So you like actually go, you like dash past your opponent, right? So you can get farther and get some things there. So he has a lot of cool extensions like that warrant using meter. Sarah not only goes into like Sarah 1 not only get into this, which is cool, and then at later percents you can get something from it, right? Stuff like that. Up air now is not a strong kill option. It's actually worse for comboing now. Before you used to have like some like 1 or 2 frame links, but he no longer has those. They made it better in terms of being a kill tool, which is nice. Very, very well designed. I think I am excited to see more Finn mains kind of jump around and really tweak with this character. I think this character has always had great neutral, and the neutral is still amazing. Short hop with this makes the character also have some good stuff, right? So the character is still able to do some like really sick stuff, right? Here, just do this, right? You see that? So I'm just flying by him, right? And the reason for that is because he's not DIing. So I can't afford to fly that far, right? That would be something here I have to look at, right? And look, he didn't even die. So that's very, very important to understand where this character is going, what should be killing, what should not kill, right? A lot of people just are really confused about that, and that's some of the reason why these characters are killing people unjustly, because they just don't know anything about DI, or what it's technically called in this game, KBI, knockback influence. And I do hope that they have a tutorial or something like that in the future so people can kind of learn. But yeah, all in all, character is really, really cool. Is a character that just benefits from the movement tools as well, the new movement tools that are in the game. So really, really good for him. Still has great neutral. Short hop Sair 1 is really good in my opinion. Also this too, right? So if you guys didn't know, Finn's air side special is now something that's done manually. It's a skill shot now, and I think this is great. Right, this means you need to be more well-intentioned, where if you are reading somebody, right, you can get rewarded for it heavily, right? Like, the cool thing is this move still, right, it still goes in combos into certain things. Right, so it's really, really awesome in that regard. I love that. Right? So you can do different things like that. Again, right now the bot is on neutral dodge, right? For anti-combos, you do what's called combo DI, and that's away. So if you're using a bot, you want to put dodge away. But anyways, really cool stuff. I like what I'm seeing from Finn. I think that this character is in a good spot. I do hope that more characters follow this trend where they still have expressive tools, but they're balanced in a good place so they're not as degenerative. Because people who play this character, this fool's still yapping. People who play this character, they play the character because they want to do combos and they want to move quickly, right? This character can do that now. Combos are harder, but they're there, and that makes them feel more rewarding. But But anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the combo session and the discussion afterwards. I'm gonna try to do more videos like this too. I think it's easier for me to do, and then I can put out more, right? And I'm gonna do it for a multitude of games, obviously, not just for Multiversus. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Take a look again at the combos if you want to. Check them out, figure out some more stuff. Show me some things, man. Those are things really for DIY, right? I think that you always got to cover that one first. But after you get that, you know, find out some combos from up and away, down and away, up, down, right? If someone tries to mix you up and they hold in so they can reversal you. If you're reading that, then like, what is your action, right? What is your counter to that strategy to get even more damage, right? I would really love to see that from people. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Talk to y'all soon. Stay tuned for the season 4 video and the video for Raven. But for now, class dismissed. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.